Hi, I'm Lutherie Luis Fernandez de Cordova, and I want to show you how I use a scraper plane. I use the scraper plane to finish surfacing and leveling off, and also finish thicknessing the sides after I've already thicknessed them primarily with a Wagner safety planer on my drill press. The Wagner safety planer leaves a rough surface that after you've gotten to your approximated thickness, then you have to finishing the surface off with either sandpaper or a plane or a scraper. I used to use a scraper, a card scraper, but that doesn't really give you an even thickness because you can dig into the wood in certain places more than others. A plane, on the other hand, will tend to tear the wood, especially on rosewood, mahogany, and wood that has the grain going in different directions. So using a scraper plane, I can do both. I can get the flatness and even thickness of a plane, and I can also get the fine surface of a scraped surface. Now, using a scraper plane is not easy, especially the sharpening and setting up of the plane. I'm going to show you how I sharpen the blade on this Veritas scraper plane. I'm using the thinner blade that comes directly with the plane. It is much like a card scraper blade, a little thicker, sharpened to 45-degree angle, and the plane has a little thumb screw that lets you bow the scraper much like a normal card scraper. So I like that I have that with this scraper plane. And I've also made a special clamping surface that'll permit me to unclamp and clamp easily, so I can check my thickness with my calipers and all that. So here goes. I'll just show you how I do this. So just to give you an idea of the surface here that you get, this is, I don't know how well this will show, but this is the surface of the Wagner safety planer. This is a surface of a probably 80 grit sanded, and just for this is the surface after it's been scraped with the scraper plane and also sanded with 150 grit. This here is my sharpening station. For sharpening stones, I'm using the Sigma Select sharpening stones in 1000, 3000, 10,000 grit. I'm also using a flattening stone, which is a diamond Dia-Sharp extra coarse. I have my board here set up with different blocks so I can use my guides and set up my blades at the correct bevel angle. In this case, I'm using the 45-degree bevel angle, which is this block right here. So what I do here is I do a primary bevel and secondary bevel when I sharpen these blades. Primary bevel I do with the Dia-Sharp diamond stone. Now, I found out with these guides that they're not perfectly flat. So they will tend to buckle the blade, and you don't want that. So when you do use these guides, I have to use a little veneer and place it on one of the corners of the guide before I put my blade in. That way the guide won't touch the blade in the middle and buckle the blade and make it not flat. So in order for me to get the primary bevel, what I do is I place this other little piece of wood here on the back, and that way I get, you know, a bevel that'll be less sharp than my main bevel, or my secondary bevel, sorry. So that's how I set up for my primary bevel. So the first thing, I'm going to do my primary bevel with this coarse stone, extra coarse stone actually, diamond stone. Now these blades are not made out of tempered steel that normal plain blades are made out of. They're made of a steel that's tempered to a softer grade. So the sharpening goes fairly fast. Now I sharpened that primary bevel almost to the edge. I do leave a little bit of the edge with the normal polished surface. So that's what I do with the diamond stone.